This image is of a younger, college-aged girl sleeping in a bed, or at least appears to be sleeping since her eyes are closed, and she is resting her head on a pillow while clutching the blanket that is covering her. When taking this picture, the photographer considered many elements of art and design to incorporate into the image. The first one I noticed is the contrast between the different objects in the image, particularly the pillow and the blanket. The pillow the girl is lying on is white with gray details, while the blanket she is covered up with is black with white details. The difference in color is quite noticeable and really stands out to me, and it provides lots of meaning to the picture, so I'm glad the artist chose two bold colors that contrast each other so dramatically. The pillow and the blanket both have complex designs that are repeated throughout the object, and the balance of these designs balance each other and give the photo a satisfying appearance. The photographer also considered the rule of thirds, which states an image should be divided into 3 rows and 3 columns to create 9 equal squares. The main subject of the image should not be in the center square, but should instead try to be focused in any of the surrounding edge squares. In this image, the main subject is the girl, and she is mostly in the bottom third of the image, not in the middle. As far as the meaning of the image goes, it is quite open-ended. I had many interpretations when I looked at it. Obviously, this picture is part of a narrative, and a narrative is a sequence of images that tells a story, so it is hard to decipher the entire meaning of the whole narrative when only picking out one image from it. Like I said before, this girl appears to be sleeping, although she could just be resting with her eyes closed. But if she is sleeping, it means that she is unaware of her surroundings and what is going on around her. She could also be having a nightmare or a beautiful dream, which contrast each other and could lead to 2 completely different narratives. We can only see her head, one arm, and one of her shoulders, so we cannot rely on her entire body language to add to the meaning of this image. From what we can see, her eyes are completely closed, and she has a straight, neutral expression on her face, which does not provide much meaning. It could indicate a good thing happening or a bad thing happening. Although it is great to create an open-ended and thought-provoking image, it is equally as important to provide the viewer with some guidance as to where you want the image to lead them. In order to provide more guidance, I would suggest adding more subtle objects in the background, maybe on the walls or against them, or on the bed around her. These objects could explain the girl's situation, what is happening to her, and whether something positive or negative is occurring, or is about to occur. You could also indicate this using other elements of art and design. For example, if this narrative is about something positive, I would include things with bright colors that are usually associated with good things, such as the colors yellow, pink, or purple. I would also add more of a variety to the picture, as there is not much going on, which is not a bad thing, but I still believe more variety of things with different shapes would add some excitement to the image. I would also add some things to the top half of the image in order to balance the weight, because now most things are in the bottom half of the image, providing an unequal weight. However, I do believe this photo and the narrative as a whole have a lot of potential to tell a great story.